I feel so very much not in control of my own life right now. Everything keeps changing, and it's based on everyone else's decisions. I'm just here for the ride. Last I heard, I was gonna be kitchen manager at the other store, but then apparently some person who used to be like a part-time kitchen worker at that store came back and wants to be manager, and so they're just gonna give it to her because she already knows how to do everything. And it would be easier for her to just take over instead of me trying to figure everything out on my own. But I'm really upset because I was really looking forward to it. I was so excited. And yet again, plans have changed. But apparently, they're going to make me manager of this store. And I don't know if you remember, if you've been with me long enough, you may remember in a previous video, I've mentioned multiple times how I would never want to do my manager's job, and how the amount of bullshit she puts up with and has to take care of is not worth the amount she gets paid. But here I am, being offered the position, and I don't feel like I can say no because I do need the raise. I cannot turn down at the very least 19. I'm gonna still ask for 20, but I think they may settle on 19. And it is, $2 more than what I'm making now. I can't say no to that. But at the same time, I am so annoyed. I so badly wanted to get out of this store and be in a new store, in a new environment, in the kitchen, not have to deal with people. But she said it's really not that bad, that, I only actually have to be a cashier for the first couple hours of the morning. Then somebody new comes in at like 10:30 and we switch over and I go take my lunch, and when I come back, I'm just stocking and doing paperwork and invoices and stuff. So it shouldn't be that bad. However, the thing that's really getting to me, other than the quick changes, as I do not do well with rapid change and plans changing, because I was, mentally preparing myself to do one thing, and now suddenly, very suddenly, I'm being thrust into doing a completely different thing that I did not think was going to happen. But here I am. I forgot what I was going to say. When I say rapid, I mean rapid. Literally, next week, I'm going to start training, manager training. So, this is my last week of graveyard. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't, and I'm really disappointed because the one thing that I liked the most about having this graveyard shift was the fact that I can close and be alone and make these videos. These videos have been such a central part of my mental catharticism, and just being able to talk to somebody who isn't going to interrupt me or judge me or whatever. I mean, people on YouTube judge me, but I don't care about strangers quite as much as I care about people I like. But if you know what I mean, because I still don't have a friend that I can talk to. Everyone that I consider a friend, they talk to me, and they talk a lot to me, and I always feel like I would be interrupting if I told them about myself, or if I wanted to talk about my problems. I always feel like I'm imposing or interrupting. What they have to say is more important. I should just keep quiet, and then I save it for the video. If I have something on my mind, I've always just been saving it for the video. But now, what am I going to do? I'm still going to be here 8 hours a day, but it'll be in the morning when other people are here. My plan, if I was going to go to the other store and work the kitchen, my plan for doing videos there was going to be, because I would have to drive there. It's way too far to walk. I'd have to drive there. After work, I was planning on going and parking somewhere that was in a remote area and doing the videos just in my car. But now I don't have that. I have no excuse to take the car somewhere. I'm just gonna be here, and I live right around the corner. It's actually faster to walk here than it is to get in the car and drive it over and park and all of that. I just might as well walk. So I'm trying to find a way that I can continue doing this because this is really important to me. I'm going to I'm planning on making a couple more of those food reviews videos because I found that very fun. Even though the hot dogs were gross, I enjoyed making that video quite a lot. It was worth the $6 to me. I'm going to do a couple of those this week and then release them next week at some point, probably. But anyway, well, we'll see how much I have space for on my phone, actually. I'm at like 29 gigabytes out of 31. So every time I make a video, I have to post it and then delete it from my phone before I can make another one. But the smaller ones, I might be able to fit a couple of smaller ones. So that's the goal. That's the goal. It's gonna be all right. I'm really, really freaking out about the abrupt and sudden change. And I'm really freaking out because nobody understands how upsetting this is to me. Even though I'm just gonna go with it and do it. I'm also part of the thing that factored into me deciding to be a manager when they offered it to me is, well, number one, I'm 36 years old and I've never had a manager position. That doesn't look very good on the resume, considering my age and someone as old as I am, who's been in the service industry for as long as I am, should have some manager experience. I feel like that's kind of like what an employer is expecting to see of somebody my age. But then also, well, the earlier time will make it easier for me to get a second job. I'm thinking about going to the restaurant and doing dishwasher work because I think that would be really fun. I know everyone is like, dishwashing is so stressful, and it is. But for me, it's fun because I don't have to worry about tickets. I don't have to keep all of these things in my head in a jumble and like memorize stuff. I don't have to be personable and friendly and talkative. I just can be in my zone, dish after dish after dish. I personally really love that. So I think I would do well as a dishwasher. And as a second job, I would like to do that so I can have a job where I can just zone out. I can just zone out. But then also, there was like one more reason why I took it is because she was gonna offer the job. It was between me and another guy that works here. And the other guy works really hard, but he is like 22 years old. And I feel like overall, I have more work experience than he does, and I would do better as a manager position than he would. And I love the guy, but I don't want him to be my boss. So I told her straight up, I was like, I can't let him be my boss. No way, no how. I'll be the boss. If you're leaving, I'll be the boss. She's like, all right. And I would also rather be the one to take over the store than some stranger, which is, they were going to bring in a stranger to do it, who had only been working for the company, not at the store, but for the company for like 2 months. That's not enough time. I've been here almost a year now. It's been, since it's April, it's been like 10 months, 10 and a half, because I started at the very beginning of June. So yeah, I'm closing in on a year pretty quickly here. And I'm starting my training next week. No more graveyard. Oh my god. Thank you all for being with me. I've got 2 more videos here of the graveyard. I'll have a couple videos waiting for, the food review stuff, and I'll post those next week just to have something to post, just in case I don't have a chance to get out and make a video somewhere else. This is a long one. I'm really emotional today. I'm like freaking out, proper freaking out. A happy Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.